What's up, guys? All right, I do want to start doing more music theory and theory that is a bit more applicable to improvisation on the guitar, even though the musicality obviously is the same. So this is going to be my first one, and we're going to really be accentuating the 5 chord, the dominant chord in harmonic minor, which I love so much. So I'm just going to kind of show you some more advanced tricks that you can start honing in to make your improvisation just a little bit cooler. And I absolutely love harmonic minor. One of my favorite things to improvise over. So when we're talking about the dominant 5 chord, all right, easily just going like if I'm here in C sharp minor. There's some really cool stuff there, and obviously you're gonna want to hit, as long as you like the sound of it, your natural. So if I'm up here, let's just say that's my pentatonic, right, and that's my tonic note, that's my C sharp. You're gonna be wanting to really accentuate the second scale degree and the natural 7. That natural 7 is what really gives it that, right? I love that sound. So that's kind of your start. And a lot of people will accentuate that 2 and that natural 7 over the 5 chord, which are the 2 notes that really accentuate that chord. But I want to show you a little bit more to it. Now, if you're comping, one thing that I love to add is, if you kind of see, this is how I do my 7 chords. All right, I kind of use that as my thumb. I don't play the 5th string at all, and I just do one of these. So basically, it's this chord. It's your regular 7th chord, right? I'm just taking this string completely out of the equation, and then just to like get rid of repetitiveness. There's really no reason to have the root note again on the bottom. So it's really just root note, nothing, and then flat 7, major 3rd, and then your 5 tucked in there down below, and then nothing on the bottom. So that's my usual go-to dominant anyway, if I'm just kind of comping. So with this, I now have the option to add a flat 9. If I drop my pinky down on that 5th fret, okay? So now it goes 4th fret, nothing, 4, 5, 4, 5. And the reason that I love doing that is because in a regular dominant 7 to a 1, that tritone right there is what brings it nicely back to, right, you can hear that. And even downward, right, it kind of gives, it's a little bit different than going from your usual 5 to 1 major. The reason that I love adding the flat 9 in now is, you now have another tritone here that resolves when you play the bottom 2 notes of your C sharp minor, of your tonic minor. So that gives you a double tense. You have 2 sets of tritones that are resolving, and with those 2 sets of tritones that are resolving, you could go back to a regular minor 7 chord, and that'll also resolve for you, kind of off of this tritone. So just something to think about. Now, comping, sorry guys, I want to quickly interject about why you could take that, resolve it to a minor 7 or chord with our flat 7, which breaks harmonic minor, which has a natural 7. And really that reason is this specific motion, where you could take this, all right, and that tritone and this tritone, and it can resolve to, that tritone will resolve to an E. All right, because that kind of gives us that really tense, almost if we were to do like a B7. All right, so that's why it kind of plays on an E, and then it would be its natural minor, which would be C sharp minor. Now, the other motion too is, because that's not a B, that's a C, all right? That actually moving downward, also you can almost hear how that resolves as well. right? So it's all three of those small motions why you can substitute that C sharp, that tonic natural minor or minor 7 with the flat 7 to break harmonic minor, but really only when you're using your dominant flat 9. Okay, so taking that dominant flat 7 into the 1, I want to take something that's going to explode your leads. Now this can be abused, don't abuse it too much. I love sneaking it in every now and then, and usually in some of the jam sessions they're a little bit more Latin based if I'm playing my acoustic, if I'm going on tour playing solo shows. So I do get to sneak this in a little bit more than say if I'm doing like a blues jam. I take the diminished scale. Now instead of doing the actual 8-note scale, I take it and I'll break it up into a consecutive minor thirds, all right? So I want you to watch this scale. All right, I start it, this is how I start it. If that's my dominant 7, flat 9, I'll go to the 3rd scale degree, there, all right, because that's my root note, there. And I just build minor 3rd, 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 all right? And then I usually resolve it once I get to that final minor 3rd into the tonic, or however high the scale goes, all right? So, or you can even, I love doing it kind of in thirds. I'm sorry, in fourths. All right, it's a cool little pattern that you sneak in just as that dominant flat 9 happens and resolves to your 1. It's going to be a beautiful thing. If you do it in a jam session, people are going to look over and be like, holy shit, that was pretty sweet. All right, so I want you guys to try that. Learn that pattern. The pattern is pretty sweet. You have your minor thirds. You're basically just doing minor 3rd, right? And then you're going 1 fret higher to the next string, minor 3rd, 1 fret higher to the next string. Because we're going to the B string now, we go 2 frets higher, but same thing. And then 1 fret higher. If you want to go up to that, that brings you up. That, like we said in the beginning of the lesson, your 2 and your natural 7 is what brings you to the tonic, all right? So try that, and just as a last part of this lesson, I want to show you the chord degrees while you're doing it, and the reason that this works, especially over this chord, is you have your natural 3rd and then your natural 5th. And we go up here and you have your flat 7, and that's your tonic of the dominant chord. But we're going here instead because we're consecutively doing minor thirds, and there is where your flat 9 is, all right? And then it just starts all over again, all right? So it really, really brings in that flat 9 as a lead and builds up a lot of tension to give you your tonic. Check that out, guys. I hope you like it. Let me know if you want more videos like that. I really, really enjoy doing these. I remember doing these kind of lessons with my teacher, and just these little hints really, really hit home. So I love you guys. Thanks for following, and let me know.